Prepare yourself for a journey unlike anything you've experienced before. Throughout this expedition, we will guide you through 11 pivotal lessons that you need to confront in your life. We're not just inviting you to participate, we want you to engage actively. Immerse yourself in each topic we'll cover. This is not merely a journey, it's an opportunity for learning and growth. Every moment ahead is a chance for introspection, for you to scale new heights of spirit and empathy. We believe the lessons we're about to share will serve as beacons of light, potent sources of encouragement for you to delve deeper into understanding yourself and positively transform your life. Get ready to embark on this journey, where new discoveries and meaningful experiences await you. First point. There is no need to explain yourself to those who cause you pain when you are dealing with people who hurt you. That is not necessary. Because of the poor attitude of another person, there is no reason to complain, argue, or get into a confrontation with them. In the event that an individual has made choices that are disrespectful and hurtful to you, regardless of whether or not they were someone you considered to be the ideal friend, it is preferable to move on without seeking justifications. Maintain your composure and rationality while concentrating on your own development. At some point in the future, that individual might require your assistance and look to you for assistance. At that precise moment, it is sufficient to merely say no. You should also explain your reasons if you feel the need to do so. It is not necessary to engage in arguments or conflicts with this individual because you are not obligated to assist them in the event that they have failed to demonstrate character and have betrayed your trust. The most prudent course of action is to remove that person from your life in a stealthy manner, as the passage of time will reveal the results of their actions. You should put your attention on taking care of yourself, and the future will show you what is best for the both of you. When we give ourselves permission to move forward without the need to justify or explain our decisions, we are demonstrating a profound respect for ourselves and the boundaries we have set for ourselves. Remembering that we are not obligated to associate with people who are harmful to us or who do not value us is an important thing to keep in mind. It is only fair that each one of us be accorded the respect and appreciation that we deserve for who we truly are. Therefore, when we make the courageous decision to remove those who have caused us harm from our lives, we are doing so for the sake of our emotional well-being and personal development. This decision enables us to move toward a life that is more genuine and satisfying. Second point, unnecessary goals. There will be times when you will realize the significance of making decisions, behaving in a particular manner, or remaining true to the path that you have chosen for yourself. There will be times when you will have to give up certain objectives in order to prioritize the path that is most congruent with your essence. In light of the fact that we do not always accomplish everything we plan to do, and that there are times when it is necessary to give up some things in favor of others, it is completely normal for this to occur. Nevertheless, it is essential to eliminate these superfluous goals in a stealthy manner without making your actions known to the entire world via broadcasting. It is important to avoid leaving any hints or information behind, as doing so could reveal your primary strategy. During this process, you should be more astute, quietly eliminating goals that are not as important, and gradually implementing changes in your life as the cards are finally laid out on the table. You should always proceed with discretion, protecting your plans, and allowing your decisions to be guided by authenticity, looking for the path that is most aligned with who you are. Please comment number 1 if you agree with these. Let's continue. Third point, connections, whether they be platonic or romantic in nature. When it comes to the reasons behind the breakup of a friendship or relationship, It is extremely important to refrain from divulging private information or venting to other people. Only you and the other person involved are entitled to the intimacy that you share, and it is not necessary for other people to be aware of the reasons behind it. Because this can only lead to gossip and make the situation more complicated. Nobody has the right to know about fights or terrible situations. Nobody has the right to know about them. In the event that you feel the need to communicate, conduct a conversation with yourself and think about what took place. If there are wounds that have not yet been healed, the urge to share may be an indication of this. Consequently, regardless of the circumstances, the appropriate course of action is to conduct an analysis of these behaviors in private without discussing them with other people. If there is a relationship in your life that is causing you problems, it is essential that you get rid of it without telling other people about it. In order to facilitate the process of acceptance and healing, it is beneficial to keep these matters private and to deal with the issues on an internal level. Preserve the privacy and dignity of all parties involved, and take care of your own emotional well-being in a way that is both wise and discretionary. Fourth point. In times of high tension, it is important to refrain from raising your voice in front of other people and to exercise self-control when displaying excessive frustration or anger. In the event that you are feeling upset, channel that emotion into activities that will result in positive outcomes. Make use of that energy as a motivating force to move forward with your life goals and exercise your body to better deal with stress. Keep your feelings in check, take some time to think about them, and then channel the energy you've accumulated into something that will help you become stronger. However, proceed with caution and discretion, because losing control can expose vulnerabilities. Use caution and discretion. In times of heightened tension, it is important to make it a priority to diffuse the tension in a covert manner by resolving issues, carrying out responsibilities, and employing reasoning as a weapon. Your struggles should not be broadcast to the public. Create an attitude of gratitude by valuing the things and people that are already present in your life. If you want to find a way to relieve emotional pressure in a quiet manner, you should look for ways to achieve internal balance and healthier ways of dealing with challenges. I ask that you leave a comment if you have made it this far, because it will demonstrate that you are truly interested in making a change. Don't hesitate to give this post a like and subscribe to receive more content just like this. Okay, let's proceed. Fifth point. Avoid sharing your judgments with others about someone. In fact, you shouldn't even harbor such opinions in your consciousness. Seriously consider what image you are projecting when you speak ill of someone. You could have an interesting dialogue or enrich the conversation, but instead choose to spoil the atmosphere just to vent your negativity about that person. Please don't do that. Don't go around declaring who you like or dislike. Learn to be diplomatic. If you don't like someone, it's possible to distance yourself from them or try to maintain a tolerable coexistence. And always act intelligently. If there's a problem with that person, try to talk, dialogue, and seek consensus. However, these opinions and judgments you have about others should be immediately discarded. As mentioned before, no matter if you like or dislike someone, always act diplomatically, showing yourself capable of adapting to the environment, changing and interacting regardless of differences with other people. Maintain a respectful and empathetic posture in your interactions, and this will contribute to a more harmonious environment and healthier relationships with others. Sixth point, avoid constantly comparing yourself to others. Each person has their own path, achievements, and successes that should be valued without reference to others. The harmful habit of comparing our lives to others can negatively impact our emotional well-being and hinder our personal growth. Moreover, it lowers our self-esteem as we risk falling into the trap of unfavorable comparison, focusing on what we think we lack instead of recognizing our own strengths and accomplishments. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we lose sight of our own goals and desires. We get distracted from what truly matters and focus on what we think we should have or achieve based on others' standards. This prevents us from moving forward on our own journey and achieving our individual goals. By eliminating comparison, we can cultivate gratitude for our own circumstances and celebrate our own progress and growth. Remember that each person has their own unique way and individual circumstances, and comparing yourself to others is neither fair nor healthy. Each of us has different strengths, challenges, and life paths. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, it is more productive to focus on our own learning and personal development. 7th point, conscious use of social media. Imagine for a moment that your life is a book filled with fascinating stories, learnings, and adventures. Now think of social media as a library where millions of other stories are shared every second. Exciting, right? But here lies a subtle danger: constant comparison. As we flip through the glossy pages of these digital stories, we often find ourselves comparing our most challenging chapters with the highlight moments of others. This comparison, often unfair and unrealistic, can lead us into a cycle of dissatisfaction and envy. See how this can be harmful. With this in mind, it's essential to learn to limit our consumption of these digital stories. Imagine deciding to visit this digital library with a clear purpose. You enter, look for exactly what you need, whether it's connection, inspiration, or information, and then leave, returning to the reality of your own book, the book of your life. But how do you do this in practice? Start by defining specific times of the day to check your social media, instead of getting lost in it at every moment. Be it during breakfast, a break at work, or at the end of the day. This helps create a structure that prevents social media from dominating your time and thoughts. Another effective strategy is to question the intention behind each online interaction. Ask yourself, am I seeking something constructive here, or just killing time? This reflection can help differentiate productive use from aimless passive consumption. Moreover, it's crucial to recognize the signs that social media is negatively impacting your mood or self-esteem. If you find yourself feeling down after using these platforms, it might be time to take a break. Use this time to reconnect with activities that bring joy and satisfaction in the real world, like reading a book, engaging in a hobby, or simply enjoying nature. By adopting these practices, you not only protect your mental health, but also rediscover the beauty of your own story without the constant need for comparison with others' stories. Remember, each of us has a unique path to walk, filled with highs and lows, triumphs and challenges, and that's exactly what makes each story, including yours, so valuable and unique. And so, as we bid farewell to this topic, I invite you to reflect on how you can start writing the next chapter of your story today, with less influence from the digital world and more focus on what truly matters in your life. Let's embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth together. 8th point, the pursuit of external approval. We live in a world where often a person's worth seems to be tied to others' perceptions. But today I invite you to explore the liberation that comes from breaking free from this incessant search for approval. Imagine yourself on a stage under the spotlight. Around you, a crowd of expectant faces, each with an opinion on how you should act, speak, and be. Can you see how suffocating this can be? Now visualize yourself stepping off that stage and entering a peaceful and serene space, a place where the only opinion that truly matters is your own. This metaphor illustrates the importance of recognizing and valuing your own inner voice above the external noise. When we base our actions and decisions on the quest for approval, we drift away from who we truly are and what we genuinely desire. It's like constantly trying to wear an outfit that doesn't fit just to please others. Now, think about the times when you felt most fulfilled and content. There were probably moments when you were aligned with your own values and beliefs, regardless of what others thought or expected. This is the essence of living authentically. But how can we practice this in our daily lives? It starts with small steps. For instance, the next time you're about to make a decision, ask yourself, am I doing this because I truly want to, or because it's what others expect of me? Learn to trust your intuition and recognize your own desires and needs. Another powerful practice is strengthening your self-esteem. Value your qualities, celebrate your achievements, and learn from your mistakes. Remember, self-acceptance is an ongoing process, and every small victory counts. And finally, cultivate relationships that support and encourage you to be your best self. Surround yourself with people who respect your individuality and encourage you to express your true essence. By freeing ourselves from the need for external approval, we open the doors to a more authentic and rewarding path. It's a path that allows us to be the true protagonists of our lives, writing our own stories with the ink of authenticity and courage. And with that, we conclude this second topic, hoping it serves as an invitation to reflect on how you can live a more authentic life, true to yourself, away from the shadows of others' approval. Ninth point. The way we handle our relationships, whether in friendship or love. Relationships are like mirrors, reflecting various facets of our lives, and they bring experiences that shape who we are. But there's a delicate line here, the line of privacy and discretion. Think of a relationship as a secret garden, a place where you nurture emotions, dreams, and special moments. This garden is sacred, a space that deserves respect and care. When a relationship ends, whether a friendship or a romance, it's natural to feel pain, confusion, and a need to process what happened. However, it's essential to remember that the details of this garden, this shared story, belong only to you and the other person involved. By choosing not to divulge intimate details or reasons for the breakup, you're not only preserving the dignity of both parties but also protecting your own heart. Sharing this information with others can open doors to misunderstandings, judgments, and worse, gossip. This doesn't contribute to healing, rather, it can prolong the pain and create a cycle of negativity. So how can we deal with the end of a relationship healthfully? First, it's crucial to give yourself time and space to heal. Allow yourself to feel the emotions, but do so introspectively. If necessary, seek the support of a mental health professional, someone who can provide objective guidance and support. Second, cultivate the habit of personal reflection. Instead of seeking external validation or comfort, turn inward. Ask yourself what you've learned from this relationship and how you can use those lessons to grow. Every relationship, even those that end, brings valuable lessons. Finally, remember that maintaining discretion and privacy is a sign of maturity and respect, not just for the other person, but for yourself. As you close a chapter in your life, do so with grace and dignity, knowing that each experience prepares you for what's to come. And with that, we conclude this third point, hoping it sheds light and perspective on how to face the end of relationships with wisdom and respect, maintaining the dignity and privacy you and the other person deserve. 10th point, letting go of unrealistic expectations. This is an invitation to an internal journey where we'll explore how our expectations can shape and sometimes distort our perception of reality. Let's start with a metaphor. Imagine your life as a grand adventure across a vast ocean. Each expectation is like a sail on your boat, helping to propel you towards your dreams and goals. However, when these sails are too large, when our expectations become unrealistic, they can steer us off course, leading us into turbulent waters of disappointment and dissatisfaction. Unrealistic expectations are like maps promising treasures that don't exist. They make us chase ideals of perfection in ourselves, others, and the situations we experience. But the question we should ask is, are these ideals truly ours, or have they been imposed by external influences like society, culture, or even the media? To begin detaching from these expectations, we first need to recognize them. This requires honesty and introspection. Ask yourself, do these expectations lift me up or weigh me down? Do they reflect who I truly am and what I value? The next step is practicing acceptance of who you are, where you are in your journey, and the circumstances you can't control. This doesn't mean giving up on your dreams, but rather recognizing and appreciating the process of getting there, with all its imperfections and challenges. Furthermore, it's crucial to learn to set realistic and achievable goals that resonate with your true essence, and not with an idolized image of success. This also involves celebrating the small victories along the way, acknowledging that each step, no matter how small, is valuable progress. Finally, remember that the journey is as important as the destination. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you allow life to flow more naturally and peacefully, opening up space for surprises and joys that couldn't be planned. And with that, we conclude this fourth point, hoping it inspires you to navigate life with sails adjusted to reality, appreciating the beauty of the journey with all its twists and turns and discoveries. 11th point. Now we are going to enter a territory that is frequently ignored in our day-to-day interactions, but which has a significant impact on our well-being, as well as the relationships that we cultivate, the cultivation of negative relationships and the participation in gossip. In the following section, we will discuss how the decision to put some distance between ourselves and these behaviors can not only improve our mental state, but also enhance the quality of the relationships we have with other people. Picture each and every word that we utter as a seed that we sow in the garden, that is our lives as well as the lives of those around us. Choosing to speak words that are supportive, encouraging, and positive is like planting the seeds of kindness and understanding in the minds of others. On the other hand, when we get involved in gossip or negative talk, we are sowing the seeds of misunderstandings, mistrust, and conflict. The act of engaging in gossip may appear to be harmless or even a form of social connection. However, in reality, it is a two-way street that leads to disrespect and the devaluation of both ourselves and others. A mindset that obscures our ability to see the good and positive things that are going on around us is nourished when we concentrate on the negative aspects of the situation. How then can we deviate from this course of action and select a more constructive way forward? First and foremost, it is essential to be conscious of the conversations that we take part in. When you notice that a conversation is beginning to veer off into gossip or criticism that is not necessary, you should try to change the subject or bring attention to something positive about the person or situation that is being discussed. You should also work on developing empathy. The question that you should ask yourself before speaking or sharing something about another person is, would I want this to be said about me? This straightforward inquiry has the potential to serve as a powerful guide for ensuring that our conversations remain respectful and constructive. The cultivation of a positive environment around you is another important step that you should take. In your interactions with others, surround yourself with people who also place a high value on positivity and authenticity. You have the ability to establish a culture of mutual respect and support by working together. Last but not least, keep in mind that change begins with you. By making the conscious decision to abstain from engaging in gossip and negative discourse, you are not only safeguarding your own integrity, but also serving as a model for others to follow. Through the implementation of these principles in our lives, we have the ability to cultivate a mindset that is more optimistic, empathic, and resilient, which in turn contributes to more genuine personal growth and more meaningful interpersonal relationships. If you found the video to be enjoyable, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to be notified of new videos, and of course, leave a like and comment on the comment section. 2 more videos will be left for you to watch, and they will appear on your screen here. As you travel along the path of wisdom, remember to stay with the Creator. How much content do you like? Please comment. Grateful to you.